There we go.
Can you hear me?
I
Oh, you
can
went?
hear you. Can you
Okay,
hear me?
good. I can.
Look, I came
What's
dressed
up?
for the occasion.
Hey, okay, okay. See, is
Yes.
this one of those like off the block merch shirts?
No, y'all sent me this.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, y'all
I haven't
sent me
seen
this.
that.
Yeah, I got this one. Actually, I got it like last season. And it's
Oh,
so
okay,
it's
okay.
so thick. This thing is coming off as soon as we're done because it's so thick.
I'm
But
wearing like one of Jake's shirts.
oh, and I got the hat too because
Of
y'all
course,
sent
you
me the
got
hat
that
too.
hat.
Oh, I like that.
This is
Yeah,
really good. I like
this was
boxes.
one that y'all sent me last year. So I said, oh, let me pull this out for the occasion.
Oh, what
How
up?
how are you?
My gosh, I'm good. I feel rested. I feel grateful. I
Uh-huh.
feel like y'all are happy, for the most part. Only thing y'all was mad about was the wig, but other than that, y'all seem to be
I said,
pleased.
why y'all do that to my boy's
You know
head?
what's interesting? When I saw it in the cut, because I'm really like, I could be an asshole when it comes to like the edits, and I'm just like always super specific. Shout out to all the directors who put up with it. But I saw it and I was like, oh, people gonna talk shit about it. But I never say anything to DeAndre Quincy because I was just like, I get it, because they have to make choices, and I was like, you got to show that it's been a year. He can't
Yeah.
look exactly the same. And my theory is he's growing it out to either lock up or to get some straight backs, and he's in
Okay.
the transitional phase, and that's what it is. Somebody said, "What wig?" Some people like the wig was okay. They said he been
Yeah,
through
so
enough.
yeah, some people liked it. I was one of the people that was like, why y'all playing with me?
You know what? I'm not gonna let y'all. I'm not gonna let y'all put up no shade on Tyler Perry's name either. Don't do him.
Oh no,
Okay.
don't do TP. Don't do
Don't do
TP.
TP.
Don't do TP. Um wow. Well, first of all, I need y'all to put some claps in the chat because round of applause, okay?
Oh my God. Thank
Um
you.
I am so fulfilled and
Mm.
I am so I am very good where we left off. I feel like so many times, and my husband and I were talking about this because we've been talking about the show all weekend long. Because I'm just, the emotions are just running high because when you watch the final episode, it just automatically takes you back to the beginning and just
Mm-hmm.
everything that we've been through.
Yeah.
And one thing I have to just absolutely thank you all is for giving us a proper send off, a proper ending. We don't get that a lot, especially in black shows.
That's real.
There's cliffhangers, there's screens going black, and we just have to figure it out. But I feel like this was a proper send off. The wedding was the perfect way because I started rewatching and I said, "Oh my gosh, Keisha was under Emmett's bed, and now we have them getting married." So I do want to clarify something because The Shy was not canceled.
No,
It was not canceled. And
no.
I think a lot of people get that confused. You made the choice to close this chapter. Why did you feel like after 8 seasons and everything that we have been through, this was the perfect time to do this send off?
Well, I mean, I'll just give you all the real because I'm just, a real ass motherfucker. But like, I wanted to wrap it up after season 5,
Oh wow.
and I thought that we had told enough stories. I mean, I felt like I was ready to move on and do other things. And the president at the time of Showtime was Gary Levine, and he called me and reached out because I had made that known that I wanted to wrap it up after 5 seasons. And like Insecure went 5 seasons. Like five to
Mm-hmm.
me also is a huge triumph.
Mm-hmm.
And so Gary Levine got on the Zoom with me. I'll never forget. And he just was like, I think the audience is still hungry, and to have a show in this position, I think you should continue. And I'm really grateful for that conversation because I did. I thought about it and I thought, okay, let's do a sixth season. And then the sixth season, which I could not have, I didn't know this, that they would then ask for us to have like 16 episodes that
Yeah.
season, because
Mm-hmm.
the show had been doing so well numbers wise. So sixth season was, not only did I do another season, but it was an extended season, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And then season 7 it was also extended. We did 12 episodes, season 7. And so, and I think that's another thing too. It's like, you got to remember, you guys, normally we do 10 episodes. That's why I wanted to go
Right.
back to 10 episodes for season 8, because that is how we
Mm-hmm.
like to tell stories. And, but technically, y'all got an extra 8 episodes. Technically, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Because you
Mm-hmm.
got an extra 6 for 6 and an extra 2 for 7, and
Mm-hmm.
so we only do 10. So it's almost like there's like a ninth season technically in there. And then
Yeah.
when they would get the deal for season 8, they were going to do a deal for season 8 and 9.
Mm. Okay.
And we had never done that before. We always did it like season to season. They were like, we want to do a deal for 8 and 9. And I think what hit me about that deal was that it was exciting to do a deal for season 8 and 9, since we had never done a deal for 2 seasons before. But I
Mm-hmm.
just knew, I said, if I do 9, then I'm going to have to do a 10th season. That's just what's going to happen. And so I just knew, I said, I can't, because we got to remember, I've been working on the show 2 years prior to it airing. So for y'all,
Right.
it's 8 seasons. For me, it's kind of like 10, 11,
Mm-hmm.
really.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, I'm going to do another two. And so that's going to be 12. So I just feel like for me, I really, like right now, I'm working on a movie currently
Mm-hmm.
right now. I got 2 other pilot ideas I'm working on. So the Shy takes up a lot of real estate my life. And then
Yeah.
also there was a new leadership that came in. We went from, it was 20th and it was Disney, then now it's Paramount like Plus streaming. We've
Mm-hmm.
gone through
Mm-hmm.
a lot of different regime changes. And Cindy Holland, who is the head of Paramount now, who was amazing, who used to be over at Netflix with me. So she was just like, I want you to create something for Paramount proper, something new. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, that sounds interesting to me. It sounds exciting. And that's actually what I'm in the process of doing. It's not Shy related. It may be a bit of a continuation of 20s. I'll kind of leave it there and not say too much.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have kind of heard about this thing I want to do in Vegas, this idea for like Vegas, kind of loosely based on me. Like my dad got killed when I was 14. I found out when I was 40 that he actually got killed. I know he died when I was 14. He got killed in Vegas. So there was an idea, let's get this black woman detective who's like 40, finds out her dad got killed. She goes to Vegas to kind of figure out who did it and why. So
Mm-hmm.
I saw Mark Dark was like, what's this Sin City thing? That's that conversation that we're kind of having about a
Uh-huh.
woman who kind of goes to a Sin City literally to figure out what happened to her dad when she was 14. But I just think with the Shy 8 seasons, when you turn that 8 to the side, we all know what that means. That's infinity. And so
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we are forever. The legacy is always
Yeah.
going to go on. And I love that everybody's talking spinoff. Anything can happen. I cannot say no because I'm not God, and God's plans are always better than mine. I
Yeah.
just know for me, it'll be a while before I dip back into that well until I go back to the Shy, because I want to be an artist that's always looking forward. Even
Right.
though, in essence, I'll tell y'all, I'm trying to do something called 40s, like 20s. I'm in my 40s. That was my 20s. I'm trying to do something with the 40s. So,
Right.
and that's why, in essence, I'm kind of dipping into that, but not exactly. So I just, as an artist, I want to always be moving forward and not looking
Mm-hmm.
back. But I'm grateful that you feel satisfied. People like
Right.
yourself, you are part of our family. You got to pull up to the set.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And so it's just, I wanted y'all to get that, because I had that opportunity to watch the last episode of Fresh Prince of Bel Air. That last episode of Cosby Show. We've had a few moments, but for people like Mara Brockakil, who didn't get a chance to end Girlfriends the way she wanted to,
Yes.
Yvette Lee Bowser, who living single, went out with a whimper. Same thing with A Different World, Susan Fales Hill and Debbie Allen. So to me, this last episode wasn't just about me. This was about all of us. It was about those amazing
Yeah.
women who blazed the trail for some people like myself. And I want to make sure that ending felt satisfying and complete for all of us.
Yeah, and I mean I definitely felt that. That's why my tears were so real, because it was just like like I said, it was all the little things, like to have the wedding, and this is Emmett and Keisha's, like final love story just coming complete. And even
Mm-hmm.
like at the speeches that were given, like Shad's speech to her
That
was,
took me up. I
oh
was
my
like, I need this.
gosh,
And I'm
it
like,
was so beautiful.
shout out to Jason Weaver. He bodied that, because it was also, because here's the deal. We live in a patriarchal society. You cannot debate that. Women are
Mhm.
treated like second class citizens in our world. Women get so much shit. And Tiff and Keisha have taken so much vitriol from people, when yet the men are like killing motherfuckers left and
Right.
right, doing all kind of shit, cheating. And it's just like, people like, Keisha, get on my damn nerve. I can't stand Tiff. So a part of that also was us, like, him showing that love to Keisha. It was like, show these women, these black women in your life who love on you, who show up for you, who are there for you, who make sure you good. We must love on black women, you know,
Mhm.
and also with Tiff getting that apology from Emmett, a lot of people really appreciated that scene, you know, of him just being like, yo, man, like, I'm sorry, dog. Like, I put you through a
Yeah.
lot. And, you know, and I mean, she was denying the child, didn't care that he was named for him. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, it was a lot. And then, you know, it's just they've been through a ton, and so I knew I had to have that scene. Like, we got to have a scene where Emmett and Tiff kind of make peace with each other, and it was a really beautiful thing.
And I really appreciated that scene because it also just shows you like with the co-parents, like
Yeah.
we not always going to get along, because I had completely forgot that, you know, he was denying EJ in the beginning. And that was their first argument in that shoe store. And, you
Yes.
know, fuck you, Emmett. You know, you hear
Mm-hmm.
that all the
Yeah.
time. So it
Yes.
was so beautiful to see this full circle moment. And I hope people, because, you know, people, they try to twist stuff, and him saying, I love you, and her saying, I love you back. That was not the kind of love that he just gave to his wife.
Oh
That
no.
was, that
Yeah.
was, but you know, people will twist that. It was like I saw the respect in that love. That apology was so layered. It wasn't just about that this season. It went
No.
far back to the beginning of their relationship, their own marriage, everything that they went through. So
Yes.
it was like, wow, that quick conversation has so many beautiful layers to it. And I really appreciate y'all putting that in there. I think that was really important to show.
No, I appreciate you. I appreciate you saying that. And yeah, here's the deal. Every love, you know, a love can be romantic in the beginning, and
Hmm.
it can teeter out. But I think I really have a lot of hope for people that can find that peace with someone that they once loved in a romantic way, and find
Hmm.
let that love transform. Because you know, I think we sometimes get so caught up in, oh, we're not together anymore, so we have to
Hmm.
be enemies, we have to be a bad guy, and I just don't necessarily believe that to be true. I think we can transform it. We can be mature, and also you got to remember, whoever we once loved is a reflection of us,
Yes.
a reflection of who
Yeah.
we are. So if we can't love the people that we once loved, if we or just at least see what drew us to them in the first place, then I don't really know what the point is.
Yeah, yeah. Now, one thing I found interesting, of course, we're seeing all of the cast kind of, you know, share their experiences now and give us more behind the scenes. One thing I really love to see, and this is conversations I've had with them too, like, for example, Ahmad. He was only supposed to
Yes.
be in a couple episodes, and then his
Yep.
episodes turned into seasons. And
Yes.
I think I've seen a couple others say the
Cortez is like
same.
that too.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, say the same thing. What factors go into making that change where it's like, oh, okay, we're going to continue this on? Is it the audience? Is it just something in your brain, in your writing, that you see as the characters are portrayed? What happens to go from 3 episodes to 6 seasons?
Yeah, you know, that's a great question. I think a lot of it is, it's really actor temperament. You
Hmm.
know, it's about what does the actor bring into set, and not just in terms of talent, but attitude. And
Yeah.
I think what I love so much about Ahmad is just like he really cared. He leaned in.
Hmm.
And sometimes actors can be on the show for a long time and they start to kind of fall back, like, I'm
Yeah.
cool. And any actor that does this, like, how can I be better? What do you need from me? Like, I'm gonna start taking classes with this acting coach. I'm gonna start doing this, da 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 da. Da. That kind of stuff. Lena will write you into something like you don't know for however long. Like, just any actor that shows leadership skills, that can rise above any drama that's on set. Any actor that doesn't breed on negativity, you know, doesn't
Hmm.
bond with other actors off of drama. Like, I'm 42. Okay, I'm
Hmm.
my Jackie Robinson year. I don't
Hmm.
have the capacity or the energy for folks, and that goes beyond actors. Anybody that's around me, like, I really cast and hire based on attitude and temperament.
Yeah.
And talent is something that you can work at. You know, you can
Hmm.
grow. You can find that. Everybody's not born. You know, everybody's not Beyonce.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
Beyonce still works at it. That's the thing,
Yes.
you know? And so,
Absolutely.
but
Hmm.
to me, it's like you don't have to be like top of the top in terms of acting skills and this and that. If you're willing to work at it and you're willing to grow, if you're willing to be a great leader on set and show up and be positive, that is going to get you a lot more real estate.
Yeah, yeah, and I can see that. I just love to hear those stories because even I think with Barton too, you know, Reg wasn't supposed to be around, and
Yeah.
I will be honest, Reg is the one that caught me the most off guard this season for me to care.
Come
I
on.
I could
Come
look
on.
when he stepped off that bus in them black Air Force Ones. I was like, I cannot deal
With
with
the BJ
him.
the Chicago kid in the back.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
But by the last episode, it's like, why am I dropping tears for this man? I talk to me about that. Just transitioning him from this villain to where it's now like we see the heart in him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I'm not a believer in discarding of folks simply
Hmm.
because something has happened. I'm a believer that the revolution comes when we are willing to repair.
Hmm.
And a lot of times folks don't want to repair. They're like, I'd rather
Yeah.
be in combat. I'd rather be mad. I'd rather discard. I'd rather draw a hard line. And that's valid. That's fair. I just think to me, I know that I don't, look, it's easy to call somebody a monster.
Yeah.
It's hard to see the humanity in them. And so that is the work. I'd rather do the hard thing. And the hard thing is to kind of say, who is this person? Like who are
Hmm.
they? And I'll, every even the person you can't stand, like think of them as an 8-year old.
Hmm.
And that's really the practice I try to do it on the page and in life. And if you can think of a person that you can't stand, like imagine their mom giving you a photo of them when they were 8 years old.
Mm. Mm. That's deep.
And if you can see the child in someone, you can see the humanity in them. And so I think to me, what I think about is Reg being a young kid in Chicago and dealing with whatever he had to deal with, and also what not society told him what a man is, but what the men around him told him what a man was, and him trying to live up to that, and where that landed him ultimately.
Yeah,
So
and it's
yeah.
funny that you say that 8 year old because I feel like at times in dealings with his brothers, we saw that child come out of him. We saw
Oh yeah.
those walls come down, and then especially losing his mom. Like somebody said, him losing his
Mhm.
mom really changed him, and that was one thing that I was talking to I think it was Jason and Rolando about how grief can either pull you apart or bring you together.
For sure.
So I really appreciated that you all showed us the togetherness with these three brothers that have been so at odds. Because it was also important for Jake the baby to have his big brothers in this moment of losing his mom.
Mhm.
Like that
Mhm.
that was serious. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and I think as a person who I have a sibling and I lost a parent suddenly, like I said, and there's something about that that does change you. It does shift you. Like I said, I was 14,
Hmm.
and so and there's nothing that can prepare you for that. Nothing can make you ready for it. And
Hmm.
and it's about and I was like trying to be a tough kid about it.
Yeah.
I'm not trying. I was just very like, I'm not gonna cry, and I'm gonna, and my sister's the opposite of me. She's like, I'm gonna cry it out. That's the thing. Everybody
Hmm.
reacts to
Yeah.
losing a parent differently. But what I really learned in that moment is seeing the two of us, same mother, same father, just reacting so differently. That also helped me as an artist when I came to that, and I wanted to bring that element to the series of siblings deal with the death of a parent very differently. And what I
Yeah.
also wanted to honor was that all reactions are valid. All reactions are valid.
They are, yeah, because
Yeah.
you were 14. I was in my 40s when I lost both my parents. So
I
it was
got it.
like that's a whole different ball game because I don't both of them are very difficult because being an adult and you still need your parents. Like even at 40s, you still need your parents. But now I'm
Mhm.
also a parent. And how do I navigate losing the core of me and still trying to show up for the people that I'm the core of them? Like
Wow.
that's yeah. Ooh. I need to put
Yes.
that, I need to write that down
You
or
do need
something.
to
Hold
write that
on.
down. You preaching me. You preaching to us right now. Shit.
But no, that's so I really that's I think that's it's not I think I this is exactly why I'm so drawn to the shy and so linked to it because it's moments like that that I
Mm,
see me and I feel me. I feel Jake being a little bit still an adult, but he's younger,
for sure.
and losing his mom. But then I see these adults and Victor and Reg and losing their
Mhm.
parents, and it's like I feel that tug on both sides. So I just the the storytelling in this show is what I would truly miss the most, because it wasn't, it started off as, you see Emmett and Keisha, and then you see Emmett and Tiff, and then you see Coogie and right, you see all of this, but what you all, these different seeds that you all continue to plant throughout, and this beautiful, beautiful garden that you gave us of just so many layers of emotions. And are we sure that we don't have nothing locked in the vault? Like, I'm okay if y'all continue.
Oh man, look, but here's the thing too. I mean, I just worry. Look, y'all definitely the shy family. That's why it's so crazy. When I do interviews, I don't say they'll sometimes say audience and they'll say fans, and I always correct them and say no, that's our shy family.
Yeah,
That's our shy family. And I think, when I was talking to the New York Times, I was talking to, BuzzFeed, I was like, no, it's shy family.
yeah,
I'm to the point where we would feel trust you to be on set and to be around us. It's
right.
it's a deeper connection. Everybody that's in here, y'all are our shy family. We
Hmm.
love you. We're grateful for you. This show is just as much, yours as it is ours. And
Hmm.
and you don't get that very often. But I felt that before. I felt like Hillman Graham Productions. Please, I was with Jada the other day. Like, it's just like I
Hmm.
feel very much a part of something that might have been fictitious, but it
Yeah.
changed the course of my life. It changed me. And so I know how significant television can be because it's in your home, it's
Yes.
with your family, it's watching you sometimes,
Hmm.
while you're watching it. And it's a deep connection. And that to me, I was really thinking about that the other day, just how connected I am to everybody that watches the show. When I walk out, I'm in New York right now, but when I walk out in the world, folks come up to me and talk to me in a different kind of way. And so here's my thing. Can we have gone 10 seasons? Sure.
Hmm.
I just don't. I do sometimes think about. I just didn't want it to be lackluster in any way. I didn't want it
Yeah.
to repeat. And some folks are feeling like, yo, like the last two seasons was a little all over the place. But I will say this:
Hmm.
people say the storylines all over the place. Your lives are all over the place.
Hello.
Our
Hello.
lives are all over the place. But also at the same time, I want to say, like, what happens behind the scenes does affect what happens on front of the camera.
Yeah.
Like, if we
Yeah.
do lose an actor, if somebody wants to go do a movie, sometimes, like, because I know people wanted more Kevin scenes, but we were supposed to have a Thanksgiving episode where Alex was supposed to be that Thanksgiving episode we had.
Yeah.
Alex was supposed to come back home to visit and
Oh,
this whole
okay.
thing, and we had wrote a whole episode, and then something came up for Alex and he couldn't do it anymore. And
Mm.
so we were just like, oh, now we got to rewrite this whole thing. And it turned out great. We saw like Thanksgiving episode,
Yeah.
but we were
Yeah.
just like, you know what, Alex, we love you. We're gonna bring you back, but we're not gonna risk having to rewrite this last episode
Yeah.
because it's just too
Yeah.
important. So we wanted to give him a situation where if for whatever reason if something came up, we could lift him out easily. And
Yeah.
but at the same time, what we realized is him not having a bunch of scenes and being all up and through made his reveal so much more special. And if you really hold it up side to side, the Shy family fans, bam, know that like it's the same. It's a repeat of what Emmett said to his mom. You look
Hmm.
beautiful. Thank you. And he give us. So we wanted to also repeat that. We love a little callback.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just we had to kind of keep it small just in case something came up for them. But these actors are people, and
Hmm.
and sometimes they get sick or something, they have to go do this or they want to go do another TV show or another movie, and so we have to sometimes just like, okay, we got to scrap that story. Okay, we'll do this. We'll bring this person in. We'll do that because anybody that wants to do this, to write television, you have to keep your head on the swivel.
Yeah.
You have to be flexible. You have to be able to throw something out, and figure something. Even like with Candy, a lot of people want to. Candy's my dog. Candy hit me.
Hmm.
Candy was like, yo, but she was doing Broadway. She was doing
Yeah.
Broadway, and there was just no way. I didn't want to mess that up with her, doing Juliet and making her Broadway debut.
Hmm.
So she had to, but I made sure she was a presence this season. You know what I'm
Oh, and
saying?
she
Like
she was
she
there.
was a
She was
presence
there
for real.
heavy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah.
I loved Kevin's scene. Of course, will we have wanted just a whole episode of our OG Shy Boys? Absolutely.
Come
But
on.
I felt like in that moment, this was about Keisha with everything that she had been through, and then
Yes.
having her mom come back, having her brother come back.
Yeah.
That is just I don't need many lines for that. I just need their energy and their presence there. And that's
Hmm.
what, because me as a fan on set, I'm on set for the wedding day. And as I'm standing there talking to everybody, and Alex walked up to me, I think I screamed because I was not expecting him to be there.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh my God, you're here. And everybody's like, don't you? I said, oh, I ain't saying
I know, I know,
nothing.
I know, I know. But we knew we could trust you though. That's the thing. It's like we know
Yeah.
we can trust.
Yeah.
And no, but Alex, he is my little brother. That's my little
Hmm.
bro. And he always says, he calls me his big sis, and he will call on me if he has questions or if he wants some advice. And I love talking to him. I love seeing him. I love all the kids. I love Mikey. I love
Yeah.
Shaman. I've just known them since they were children. And I
Forever.
don't have kids. I don't desire to have kids,
Hmm.
but I feel like, this is crazy. I get very emotional when
Absolutely.
I'm around them because they're young men now, and I
Yeah.
remember seeing them as little tykes.
Yeah, yeah, and that's for us too, because they were so
Yes,
they were so small. Like I had that picture with the three. I'm like, these are y'all are my baby, and they just laughed when I said that to them. But I was
yes,
like, y'all are literally my babies. As a fan,
yes.
y'all are my babies. So I know you have to go, but I have one final question. I just need to
Sure.
know.
Yes.
Finish this sentence for me. The shy taught me blank.
Oh my God. The Shy taught me who I was,
Mm-hmm.
who I am, who I have the possibility to become. Um, it really taught me a lot about the relationship between the TV show and its real committed followers, fam, uh, audiences. Like it, it, it taught me to listen to
Mm-hmm.
the everybody in the cast, and the writers, the execs, the people who show up for the show, like yourself, to really listen, to do
Mm-hmm.
active listening. And it also taught me that I'm not gonna always get everything right. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna always please everybody, and that's okay. That's
Yeah.
all right. And it
Yeah.
also taught me to not take myself too seriously. Like the fact that I could like repost people who talking about the Bakari wig, that is classic me.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Like for me to just be like, I get it, I see it, yeah, let's laugh. Because I think sometimes we can get very sensitive, like
Yeah.
about what people are saying, what's going on, or how people feel. But the truth is, y'all are people. I'm a person. We're all people. We're all having human experiences. So, and I feel like we're all in this together.
Mm-hmm.
And I think so. The Shy has taught me so much about myself, but
Yeah.
so have y'all. Y'all have taught me so many things, and you continue to show up, and and I think that just makes me feel like this isn't just something I created, but it's something that we all built together, and for
Yeah.
that I'm forever grateful.
Well, we are forever grateful for you. I thank you for not just a beautiful, amazing show, because I started watching this and talking about this way before I was this in the weekend watch. It was just me and my family and friends on
So
Facebook. And I'm
yeah,
like, y'all need to. I actually had somebody on my live because, I've been going live with all of the cast.
yes,
She said that she started watching 8 years ago when I first started talking. I'm the one that put her on. And I was just like, oh, like that's amazing. So I just want to thank you for just, a place that really felt like home. Characters that felt like family, and allowing me to be a part of this on a level that 8 years ago I never thought I'd be having a conversation with you, or the Lena Waithe, or on set of one of my absolute favorite shows. I still am. That was months ago, and I'm still just on cloud nine to have
yes,
even been there. So I just thank you for allowing me to just be a part of this on every level that I am. And I love you, and I
I love you back.
appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
And whatever you need from me, I am a phone call away. Just let me know. I'm there, and I got you. And I cannot wait to see what else you have for us in the future.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Thanks for all the time, the humor, the videos, the commentary, the commitment. You standing 10 toes down. I always tell you, I'm like, don't
Mhm.
fight somebody if they mad. Let embrace what their
Yeah.
opinion is.
I'm
Say,
still working
okay,
on
that's
that.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. My favorite thing to say, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. I will never be in combat. I will always be in
Yeah.
conversation. And I'm just grateful for the conversations. I'm grateful for you. And just thank you for your loyalty and for your love. It means the world. And thank you to everybody in here for showing up. I
Yes.
appreciate you. And yeah, we got stuff coming. So, just whenever we coming out with something, we just need y'all to show up.
Yes, and
Please.
we
Because
will.
that's how we keep things going.
Yes. All right. Well, I got my pointer finger, so let me go on and do my last little recap here. Okay. I got you. I got you.
I appreciate you. I love you so
All
much.
right. Love you too. Talk to you later.
Thanks, y'all. Peace.
Bye, y'all.